coming in real hot on a Monday, Chichi. What's going on, dude?
Dude, I don't think we've talked. This is like our 760 something show. I don't know if I've been more a combination of excited, feel bad, still excited. There's so much going on because over the weekend, Sean Casey, epic night, one of the coolest nights ever. And then there's a lot of controversy surrounding it. So that's what we're here. We're debunking myths. We have breakdowns. What's going on today, Sean?
Oh my God, man. Incredible. Well, first off, incredible experience with the Savannah Bananas. Jesse and those guys out there, they have something real that's happening. I know people will be like, oh, it's not baseball and stuff. It's like, hey, it's like when UFC came along. This is going to be UFC and boxing. I'm serious. They're starting a 6-team league of banana ball. One of the teams was the teams who played the other night, the Texas Tailgaters. The way they do it, dude, it's a 2-hour entertainment, but it's real baseball. Baseball is not fixed, none of that stuff. You play the game, you have the rules, all that stuff, and you get after it. So I was very grateful to be a part of that and see what they're doing and see, dude, the smiles and the people in this crowd and the kids that were there. It was incredible. And everyone's wearing, you know what's real, Chinch? When you're in the Cincinnati Reds stadium and the memorabilia is banana ball stuff.
Yeah, it was yellow. It's like
yellow everywhere. Banana, like, it's a real brand. It's not like, oh yeah, this some joke. This is, and the reason it's sweeping the world and the nation is because their whole mission is to bring joy and happiness to people. And it's happening. And that's what we want as human beings. We want to feel that joy and happiness. And they're doing it under the gates of the wonderful, most amazing sport of baseball.
Right. So, and by the way, people like it. They're selling out the ballparks. Like
they're selling football stadiums.
Yes. That's as many people as I've seen in Great American Ballpark as you'll see during like a playoff game, dude.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
It's incredible.
Which may have played into what we're about to talk about later, the adrenaline.
Yeah. There's no doubt it played in, no doubt. But it's incredible. And also, too, there's a guy on that team that's one of the best players, and he's becoming the face of that team right now. Kyle Jackson, just a good-looking dude. Well, dude, he's one of my son's, Jake's best friends. They went to Kent State. Yeah, dude, they went to Kent State together, and they roomed together on the road, and he was there kind of, just the nicest guy. And he's hitting like 380. He's got 7 pumps. Like, they're dude. So they keep score. Like you could walk off an inning, Chinch. Like in the first inning, the Bananas walked it off. Texas Tailgaters didn't score. KJ hit a double in the gap, scored the guy from first, and everyone walks it off. It's entertainment, man.
Yeah.
It's entertainment. Let's not take ourselves so seriously.
Catch a foul ball can be an out.
Oh, dude, dude, one of in the first inning of Texas Tailgater hit a ball, the guy like second deck catches it, plays, freaking goes nuts.
That's so
the guys and the guy, the Tailgaters, they're mad. They're trying to put up numbers. They're trying to win the ball games. That's why it's going to work. It's going to work because it's real baseball. Back in the day when the Harlem Globetrotters, dude, go think back when the Harlem Globetrotters were going on. Wilt Chamberlain chose the Globetrotters over the NBA because they were that big a deal. Mm-hmm. But they were real. They were really beating teams. And then when they made the Globetrotters, when you came to see the Globetrotters, what happened was the Globetrotters were selling out just like the Bananas are everywhere. As soon as the Globetrotters made it the same set, like a Toby Keith concert, every song, Globetrotters started to do that. Okay, this is the act. This is the stick. The third quarter, fourth quarter, we're going to beat the
confetti on the fans. Yeah,
there you go. Everyone knew it was going to happen. Fans stopped coming. And then Wilt Chamberlain went to the Lakers. If you think back. So the Bananas know that. And they're like, no, we're going to build a good baseball league with good baseball players. A lot of good baseball players that don't end up getting in the pro ball because there's not enough spots.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Anybody go in your backyard and have somebody hit you a fly ball and try to do a backflip and catch it, and I guarantee there'll be a lot of broken schnozzes.
Oh, exactly, dude. Exactly.
Yeah.
Did you see Gravy on the second night? He threw that pitch. Guy diving play in center and does a backflip, lands on his feet. Like, what?
Yeah.
Are you kidding? It's tough enough to field a grounder. And like, dude, the trick plays are points too. So if you get, it matters at the end. The trick plays, when you add them up, I think that counts as a run. So say it's like 4-3 you're winning, but the other team has more trick plays. Now it's 4-4 in a ninth. And then they go to like sudden death. Like you go to like, I think you do home run derby. Like the last 3 rounds. It's incredible. The rules are really fun. And I'll get into one of the rules is the reason I got a torn hamstring. It's not their rule, but we'll talk about that.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that. And then, okay, I'm so excited. There's so much anticipation, but let me put my producer hat on here first. We will be, I'm going to show you everything that happened. We're going to do a breakdown. But first and foremost, there's already a lot of people popping off on the internet. There's a lot of people reaching out going, Sean Kate, I had Major League Baseball insiders, 2 of the best in the industry. I won't even mention their names. Sean, okay, what's going on? They're trying to get the scoop like you're going on a DL or something like that. Now, and people from all
DL across, for the mayor's office. Are you going to still do the mayor's office with Chidge?
Yeah. And then there's also a couple haters out there. Just say that before we get started.
Dude, it's so, what's so funny? I don't like look at social media as far as I try not to look at the comments and all that stuff because whatever, that is what it is. But it's funny. I've had a couple people say, oh, they said this or they said that. And I'm like, you know what I think to myself? I think to myself, like, what are we doing? What are people doing? If you care so much about saying a negative comment about somebody, especially, whatever, if I tore my hamstring, but anybody, it doesn't matter, me or anybody, it doesn't matter. But if you're taking the time to write something down negative about somebody on social media, like, I feel bad for you, actually. Like, I don't feel bad for me. You write whatever you want or write whatever you want about whoever. But, like, if you're taking the time to write a negative comment about somebody, you at some point got to look in the mirror, pull the accountability mirror, look at myself and say, what am I doing? That's how I feel. It's like, what are so like, I don't know. It's just crazy that people take the time to write negative stuff about other people they don't even know.
I know. And by the way,
no reason.
The nicest human being on the planet. And there's so much I want to get into this. So let's dive in. Let's dive in. Okay. Right now, first and foremost, if you have not seen it, this is what happened at Banana Ball in Cincinnati over the weekend.
A 3-time All-Star and Reds Hall of Famer from your Cincinnati Reds, please welcome Sean Casey.
His first live at-bat since 2008 with the Boston Red Sox. Former Los Angeles Dodgers prospect Jimmy Lewis, who nearly plunks him. And it's going to be a ball 4 sprint. Wow, 4 straight bad ones. And look at the mayor go. He's trying to get
Easy.
2 bags.
No, stop, Case.
Wow. Slams the brakes. Always known to be fleet of foot. He's still got the wheels. I can't believe he didn't want to slide into second base.
Dude, what an experience, man. What an experience. First off, dude, to be back in Cincinnati, to have that moment when Jesse announced me to come out and the place come to their feet, absolute uproar. Dude, it touches your heart. It actually touches your heart, Chench. It's like, dude, 8 years giving your heart and soul to that city, representing them in the All-Star game, all the teams we play with, it's funny. I got a call last night from the call that the first call I was going to make today was to Ken Griffey Jr. Because Junior's the first guy to tear that. I believe the first surgery ever for a professional athlete that tore his hamstring off the bone was Junior. And I believe 2001 at spring training, he went down. So he called me last night. I answered the phone. He's like, torn off the bone, huh? It's the first thing he said. I go, yeah, dude. I was just about to call you. We had a great conversation, but it was great to reconnect with him. The torn hamstring, kind of reconnected Junior and I last night. But, it was incredible. I just want to say to all the fans in Cincinnati, if anyone's listening to this, thank you so much. Like, just words can't express the gratitude I have for that city and those fans, and to be able to do that one more time, to take the box. And I was hoping for a pitch to hit. I didn't get a pitch to hit. 4 pitches were out, but yeah.
Oh, wait, hold on. Two comments for you to react to. First and foremost, we are confirming torn off the bone. There will be a surgery, correct?
Torn off the bone, dude. Yeah, torn off the bone. Gonna need surgery on Thursday morning. So I'm not missing the combine with Jake. Jake's going to the Major League Baseball combine. So I'm flying out to Arizona, and then tomorrow on Tuesday, we've got a lot of stuff going on, and then I'm flying Wednesday to Cincy, and then hamstring reconnection on Thursday morning. Dude, I was thinking about, Chinch, so many things to talk about because I was thinking my hammy, I think since I've played, it had to be holding on by a string. Dude, when you're playing Major League Baseball, people don't realize, if you're following as a fan, you're not necessarily following everybody's injuries. Like, if I go back to my career, dude, I had an orbital fracture. I tore all the cartilage in my wrist, broken thumb. I broke my back. I've had 2 shoulder surgeries. I broke my pelvic bone going in the stands for a ball, let alone broke both feet. I had knee surgery. I also tore all the fascia in my calf, blew out my calf 3 times, blew out my hammies a bunch of times, quads, all that stuff. So when I hip flexor, went on a deal with a hip flexor, C4, C5 bulging disc, still have it to this day. So there's so much stuff going on in your body. My right hammy is one of those things I'm like, whenever sometimes I take a walk and I go to run, I'm like, man, something is not perfect there. But but you don't think you're going to blow it out. You don't think it's going to come off the moment. But when I did blow it out though, rounding first, it popped on me, Chin. It's like boom, and I felt a shotgun. But thank God I had some adrenaline because I kind of came back and was still upright.
You played it good. I mean, well, here's the irony of this, folks. I've known you, Casey. I don't know what we've known each other for coming up on 20 years, almost 17 years. You're a professional baseball player. You're a 302 hitter. I could argue, and I believe you can make this argument, that you are probably or possibly in the best shape of your life right now.
I'm
not the strongest, but
I'm in the best shape of my life.
Every single day. There are times Sean Casey visited me, and in between, when we're oh, we're gonna go to lunch, we'll do this, we're figuring things out. Sean Casey drops down and does 40 push-ups. In between life. I'm not kidding. Am I exaggerating this? I'm not exaggerating this. Am I?
Sarah just said he's got a 6-pack. No, dude, it's true. I'm probably in the best shape of my life. You know what I mean? There's no doubt about it. But I tell you what, baseball shape, quick movements and stuff like that is a different ball game.
Okay, so this is it, folks. Hit your recordings now. Get your camera out, Sean. Let's break this down.
Yeah.
Break this down.
So, dude, when I look at this, okay, the moment you showed before where I come out now, John Dennis, who I obviously with Teleperformance, who's my buddy, who's one of the best strength coaches in the world, really does Breakthrough Pro with me. He said to me, he goes, dude, when you came out of the dugout, you came out, dude, like I said, I came out like a wrestler, and I've always, I'm excited. I love it. I want to give the fans what they want. Well, I came out, he goes, do you know that you kicked your leg all the way up above 90 degrees? I'm like, I did? Yeah. So let me show you.
Yes.
Let me show. I went back and looked. Let me show you right here. I don't know if you can see.
Yeah.
Right here. Watch this leg kick. Boom, right there. You see that?
Yes.
I honestly think this is the moment it started to go. Because now I'm coming out, 50,000 people. The only adrenaline I get in my life is when you and me are, locked in, or me and Sarah are talking, or with the kids. That's the biggest adrenaline. 50,000. I don't know if anyone's experienced 50,000 people coming to their feet with a video, with the Bananas atmosphere, with Jesse announcing. It's incredible. So this is all an adrenaline move. So this is all adrenaline. But watch the leg kick again. Just watch it. Comes out. Watch this. Right there. Wham! Oof. That's high. And you know what's so funny? So here's say hi to Jesse. Obviously, before, what was great was KJ. My man KJ was on deck. So when I talk about Kyle Jackson, my son's one of my son's best friends. Boom, right there. KJ's right there. He's all fired up. I come over, give KJ a high five. Jesse. I mean, Jesse's such a great guy, and the guy is just all in for Banana Ball. It's such a cool thing. What a cool moment. But I do think, Chinch, that leg kick right there set something in motion, dude.
You think so? So that initiated, maybe it kind of loosened.
It initiated the years of, hey, the adrenaline. It wasn't just a leg kick. It was an adrenaline leg kick.
Right, but now you're super pumped up still, so you're not feeling this probably. You probably
I don't feel anything.
Right.
I'm so jacked up.
Now, wait, hold on. We're going to pause here. We have some video. This is going to be rolling right now. This is Sean Casey in a batting cage just crushing balls. Look at you. This is a batting cage. Talk about that for a second before the game. You're ready to rip.
Dude, I was so locked in. I was like, if I get a pitch to hit, I'm going to hit a missile.
Oh, tell everybody what I'm going to bring this up. You want to bring this up yourself. What did one of the players say when he heard you hitting?
Oh, yeah. So dude, I hit on the field and people are like, dude, how old are you? I was like, I'm 51. They're like, no way. So I'm like, yeah, because I was hitting some, dude, that bat speed was there. I was hitting some rockets. I was like, just give me one pitch, right? So before the game, though, I got my uni on. I'm getting ready. I'm in the tunnel, and I'm hitting in cages in the visiting clubhouse. And I honestly, Chase, I'm hitting some bullets. And I come out, and the guy comes in. A couple guys were in the clubhouse, and one guy walks up, and all you could do is hear the cage going off. And the guy goes, the other guy goes, who's in the cage? Like Sean Casey's in the cage. Like, dude, that's such a different sound. It sounds like a shotgun's going off every time you're swinging. So I thought that was pretty cool. Like,
very cool.
You know what I mean? Like, it was a different, it's that big league bat speed. Wham!
Yeah, and now you've been taking BP. Like, this guy's been ready for this.
Dude,
right?
I'm ready. I've been preparing for a month. I've been taking BP a ton. Maybe that's part of it too, bro.
It goes so now. Well, that dude, you. This dude's throwing this things moving left and right. We don't got a strike.
I was like, just give me one, man. And I felt bad because he was supposed to throw. I think when a guy like the celebrity or whatever you call it, the guest guy comes in, they're trying to pump you a strike because you want to give it to the fans. But I felt bad for the guy. He felt so bad. He's like Jimmy Lewis, who I played with his dad in Cleveland. So funny. Do you remember Jimmy Lewis, right-handed pitcher? He came up to me. He was like, I'm so sorry, man. I feel so bad. I couldn't throw a strike. I'm like, dude, it's all good, man. One other thing, dude, Chinch, you think about this too. The other movement in the box when he on the ball 4, he throws it at my feet and I jolt backwards too.
Ooh, so there's another
movement, dude. You got the high leg kick, and now you got the jolt back with the legs.
Okay, so we got 2 fast twitch movements that happened, and now at this moment, the ball gets by the catcher on ball 4, and Sean Casey, ever the hustling baseball player.
Well, dude, here's the thing. Ball 4 happens. I thought I was just going to stay and hit again because I'm there to hit, right? I don't even want to run.
Fans aren't looking for a walk.
They don't want to see Sean Casey run. That is not sexy.
No,
you know what I mean? That's not what you pay to see. I wouldn't pay to see myself run. I pay to see myself hit.
This brings us, before we get to the actual event, you have a suggestion for Banana Ball, and these guys listen, and I think this is a phenomenal suggestion you have. Ball 4 happens in the future. What do you think the Savannah Bananas should be doing and the league should be doing at that moment when the celebrities?
I was thinking that, if you bring in these guys to play and, like Todd Frazier got grounded to third. I'm sure he would have wanted one more pitch or or I walked, or whoever. Eric Hosmer punched out the other day. I think there should be a card that you pull out, and you're like, oh, he's pulling out the do-over card. Do you want to see Sean Casey hit again or Todd Frazier hit again? And place would go nuts. Like, he's turning he's turning in his do-over card or rack it back. Rack it back card.
No, I think we could just call it the Casey card. I'm going to call it the Casey card. It'll be named after what this horrible physical experience that you had. I'm pulling the Casey card. So you get a fresh at bat or something.
Dude, I think that's a great idea. I'm going to call Jesse and ask him about that.
Okay.
I think that's a great idea.
Okay, perfect. So now
so I got the leg kick. I got the shuffle back. Now listen, I'm thinking that can I get another pitch? Because I'm gonna hit.
Right.
The umpire's like, you gotta go. It's a what? So, dude, now here's the deal. This is what happened. The reason that I'm hustling so hard because on this play is because in Banana Ball, they don't like walks. And it's ingenious. They don't like walks. They don't like pitcher. You can't, no mound visits to the pitcher, all that stuff. They take it out. So when you walk, what happens is, boom, the ball gets thrown down to the pitcher. And then the pitcher throws it to second first. All the outfielders run in. Every player has to touch the ball before that guy can stop. So, if you're a fast runner, you can just take off. Boom, you're getting a double because everybody's got to touch the ball. Well, when they threw it to me, bro, it was a pass ball.
Right.
So you guys take off, run. So I'm running, and I'm like, I probably could get the second. So I get the first, and now the crowd is cheering. Crowd's like, go to second. The guy at first base is like, go to second. And I'm like, But honestly, Chinch, when I'm running to first, I'm like, something doesn't feel right at that moment. I'm like, my legs aren't moving right. I'm like, and in my mind, I was like, I didn't think I was going to just take off running at any point. I thought I was going to hit the ball, and it was either ground out or hit a bullet in the gap. I really thought I was going to hit a bullet in the gap, but that didn't happen. So all of a sudden I'm running, and the ball is away from the catcher, and now I'm like, maybe I should go 2 and give it a try because everyone's cheering. As soon as I round first, dude, I felt a freaking pop in my hamstring. It almost felt like someone shot me, like a sniper shot me. And I was like, oh boy. Like, oh, you've strained a hammy before. Like, I've strained a hammy millions of times when I'm like, oh, I got to stop. That's a strained hammy. Like,
dude, you feel like it's like in those movies where they got the horses and they're pulling a guy apart. That's what it feels like for anybody who's never done something like that. Seriously, wait. So pull it up, dude. Show me the exact moment. Where's the exact moment?
Okay, let me show. I'll show you the exact moment. So
because as you're pulling us up, the amazing thing about you, and this had to be so difficult, like you kept a smile on your face. You're having fun. You're still high-fiving guys. And I could tell when you started walking off, I'm like, oh, this is, you just like,
yeah. It didn't Jess say something? Just like, oh, he's
just,
it's not good. It's not good.
My wife, she goes, oh no, I think he just pulled his ass. Exactly. She said straight face, and I was like, what?
She was right. All right, so how about Danny Graves is on the call? I was like, just don't get hurt, Case. Don't get hurt. So here it is. Boom, it gets by. See that shuffle? The ump goes, you got to run. I'm like, okay. So I start running. And then right here, boom, right there, dude. Pop.
Yes, a little pickup, a little hitch and a giddy up right there.
Dude, right there, I'm literally, dude, my hamstring's gone right there. Right there. I could feel it like, uh-oh. And I'm obviously playing it right. So they slow-mo it here. And that's what the ump's like, you got to run.
Right there, were you turned and started running?
But the guy at first, coach is like, you got to go to second. I'm like, get the pitch runner out here ASAP, because I was like, I'm definitely done.
Amazing how you didn't limp off the field. You weren't limping off the field, but inside, was not at that moment? Was it just like on fire? Like what was happening? What was happening in your mind?
First I was like, I can't. Like something's not right. You know. Sometimes you're like, oh man, that hurt. I was like, I'm injured. Again, in my mind, I'm like, I'm not hurt. I'm injured.
Like the program.
Like, the program. Like, I'm injured. Like, this is legit. Again, dude, I just went through my injuries. I have had so many injuries in my baseball career. I've broken every bone. I've torn every muscle. But like, this was different. Like that pop, I never felt a pop like that. Like, boom. And like I was thinking, now I even said to Griff last night, I go, dude, I hope I was a good teammate to you when you popped your hammy, because I didn't realize, first off, the pain. And like JD's like, dude, the fact that you stayed on your feet, he's like, that just shows. But dude, I wanted to keep in the moment. I wanted people to enjoy. I didn't want to go down, because I think usually when you get pop your hamstring, you do go down. Dude, I didn't even think about it. I was like, I thought to myself, don't go down. Don't go down. Don't lay on the ground. Figure it out.
And that proves how great shape you were in right now. Because I know a lot of people with some big boilers who, if they tweaked a hammy, they'd be on the ground in trash.
Dude, if I had a boiler, I'd have been down on the ground.
You've been standing this entire show, by the way, folks.
I'm leaning on my left side, heavily leaning on my left side.
Oh, man. Right. Well, you said it all. First of all, this is just a testament how great you are, dude. Everything with a smile. There are people, I'm telling you, I've gotten messages like with people I can read through the text messages that are like in tears, like really upset for you. But this man has a smile on his face. It's the whole charge, dude. Charge.
Dude,
mentality, right?
I gotta, if I'm teaching a course on charging in life when things don't go your way, or, when you have adversity, you got to be able to charge a storm. Because at the end of the day, I always say, like, when the storms come in your life, you got to be able to charge, like, not if they come. And I think that's one thing in life where, I think we all think we're exonerated from the clouds of life, from the constant work you have to do, from the loss of a hamstring, not just the loss of relationships, but the loss of a hamstring. Hey man, that's a legit cloud that comes to you. Like obstacles in your life, uncertainty. This is a lot of uncertainty. I got a lot of things going on in my life right now. Like the last thing I need is hamstring surgery on Thursday. That's gonna, with all these things happening. Like, and I love too the clouds. Desire. desire. I think we struggle as human beings because we want things to be different than the way they are, and we struggle with that. Oh, man, I wish it wasn't this way. Hey, guess what, guy? You got a blown out hamstring. It's off the bone. What are you going to do about it? You know what? I'm going to go get surgery. I'm fortunate. I'm grateful. And I think gratitude, meaning, finding value no matter what. It's easy to be grateful when everything's going well. I'm so grateful, dude. I got Chinch my buddy. Sarah's in my life. I got great kids. I got a torn hamstring off the bone. Hey, man, I'm grateful no matter what, man. I'm going to find value no matter what. So that's how I look at it, dude. At the end of the day, if I'm not charging and I'm teaching this Breakthrough Pro course and teaching people how to charge, let's go, dude. That storm's in my life now. It's here, and I'm coming for it. And I'm not going to sit back, and I'm not going to suck my thumb in the corner. I'm not going to play victim. It is what it is. And I'm not a big believer, Chinch, on what's good and what's bad and all that stuff. Reality is reality. And at the end of the day, I got to look at this and go, you know what? God's got a plan for me. Things always work out the way they need to work out. And I am not going to question it. And whatever it was, if it was the leg kick, if it was the shovel back, if it was the 25 years of hitting every single day and working your butt off and going to the post and putting your body on the line and getting in the box in front of 50,000 people to showcase your skills, your God-given ability. If that was all of that combined, and I got one last shot at Banana Ball Jesse, allowing me to come out there and have 50,000 people come to their feet and blow out my hamstring off the bone, thank you so much, man. Let's go. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it. And to tell you the truth, Chinch, my hammies never felt that great since I was done playing because I tore this hammy a few times. Not tore it off the bone. But so, dude, it was probably sitting on an edge and it went out in a bang of glory at the end of the day. That's how I look at it. Hey, man, and you know what Griffey told me last night? He goes, Case, the one thing that doesn't hurt me 24 years later is the hamstring that I got surgery on. He goes, everything else kind of hurts. He goes, the other hammy's killing me. He goes, but the hammy I had surgery on from Dr. Kremchek, who's obviously one of the best doctors in the world. Dude, one of my best friends in the world is Dr. Kremchek. I called him yesterday. I called him that morning, on Saturday morning. I'm in Cincy. Thank God I was in Cincy. I text, hey, Doc, I can't get out of bed. I can't move. I think something's not right. Can you look at my hammy? You know what he texted back? Come to my house, pancakes at 10. So me and Jake went over Kremchek's house. Hillary, who's the greatest human being alive, it's like Resort Kremchek. She's got a spread pancakes. I'm eating pancakes. I go in, he puts me on the ground. But this is when I knew it wasn't good. 10 seconds, he touches my hammy. He goes, we need to get you an MRI. Within 10 seconds, I'm like, I know this man too well. That's not good. Dude, and then I got an MRI. He was fortunate enough. He got me in an MRI. It showed the tear. I mean, dude, so like I said, man, we get so concerned in what's good and what's bad. How do I know this isn't a blessing for me that, sometimes I have back pain. Maybe this, because the hammy hasn't been great, clears up some of the back pain and I get stronger now. Maybe I start doing yoga that I've always wanted to do because I got to start getting more flexible. Whatever it is, it's just, it's all good, man. It's all good. And I'm nobody wants to have surgery. Nobody wants to do that stuff. But like I said, when you fight with reality, you'll only lose 100% of the time. I ain't fighting with reality. I got to just get the game plan, figure out what I got to do, and do it with a smile on my face because I got a great life, dude. I got a great life, and this isn't going to stop me.
This is why you're the best. Look, even Stewie, the cat, Stewie Griffin's coming and saying,
Stu wants to be motivated today.
Yes, get out of here, Stu. All right, well, this is why you're the best, man, taking a positive attitude out of everything. And all you haters, go hate somewhere else. Don't hate this guy, it's my boy.
All the people that are hating, man, at some point, you just got to look at yourself in the mirror. You got to quit hating on people and look at yourself and say, am I projecting the hate I have for myself onto somebody else? And if you are, do something about it.
Shake yourself.
If you are, do something. If you are, do something about it. Get better.
Get better. Don't be bitter.
Don't get bitter, get better. Aaron Boone, don't get bitter, get better.
Perfect. All right.
All right, Chinch, love you, man. So great to see you, dude. Stu, love you too. You're a good man, Stu. And we'll see everybody tomorrow. Let's go, man. Heading out to the combine.
Let's go.